Okay, friends, we've got some breaking news out of Toronto. A decision has been reached on whether or not to grant bail for disgraced musician Jacob Hoggard. The decision comes as the 40-year-old tries to appeal his sexual assault conviction at the country's top court. CBC's Linda Ward is in studio and has more on this story. What's the decision, Linda?
That decision coming down just moments ago, not to release Jacob Hoggard on bail. That decision from Justice Jill M. Copeland saying the application is dismissed. He has the right to reapply for bail pending appeal if the Supreme Court grants leave to appeal his conviction. He had been asking to be released on bail pending that Supreme Court appeal. He says he's facing threats while in custody. Just to remind people of the background of this case, he was found guilty of sexually assaulting an Ottawa woman in June 2022, sentenced to 5 years behind bars, almost immediately released on bail pending an appeal. And last month, the Ontario Court of Appeal upheld his conviction. He was sent to the Toronto South Detention Centre and is now in solitary confinement, allowed out really for an hour or two every day, not having any contact with other inmates, saying that his celebrity status and the media interest in his case has made him a target. The Crown had asserted that being placed in solitary confinement is entirely voluntary, but now he is seeking leave to appeal to the Supreme Court, arguing that the appeal court made an error in the decision regarding his initial conviction. So the court deciding today that this is a serious enough offense that the conviction and the sentence should be enforced, and enforced in a timely manner in order to reinforce public confidence in the criminal justice system, saying that that could suffer if years go by without him actually serving a sentence. And while they say he does have a right to seek to appeal to the Supreme Court, he's already had an appeal and the conviction has been affirmed. So in this case, the reviewability, the justice says, of this conviction is sort of eclipsed by the enforceability of the conviction, and the justice saying that he is seeking leave to appeal to the Supreme Court. That is one thing, but in her view, he does not have a strong leave application. So as for the solitary confinement piece of that, the justice also saying he won't be at the Toronto South Detention Centre for much longer. He will be transferred, Natasha, to a federal institution. That will happen in a couple of weeks. He's facing another trial, but that trial is going to be in Northern Ontario, and the Crown is also seeking to have him moved to a jail in North Bay for the duration of that trial. So a lot of movement there, likely not to stay at the Toronto South Detention Centre either way, regardless of this decision today.
Okay, Linda Ward with the breaking news. Thank you.
You're welcome.